Guns over a decade ago.
Oh, very quiet.
About to get underway. David Munro is our referee. He's assisted this afternoon by Liam Kennedy, and we are underway here at Jack Manskey Oval. It will be the Townsville Blackhawks with first use of possession. Man making the tackle there for Norths on Reece Martin there. Jaden Beryl, the 13. Expect him to get involved a lot defensively this afternoon, as the Blackhawks will get to work early, trying to just dominate that middle third of the field. Bowen at acting half. He finds Jensen. 10 metres short of the halfway line. Opening set of 6 of the afternoon. Good strong run there by Kafoto. Just short of the halfway line on the last, where the kick will come from Foster. Hughes is there leading the chase. He's there with Santi, makes the tackle. Good start defensively for the Devils. And that's a strong charge. Good contact there too from Glenn Hall. That was on David Famita. Another good run right up the centre. The Norths forwards doing very well in the opening exchanges here. Molo passes just before the line. They go out the back now. Got some room to move here. There's Pollock. Oh, well wrapped up. Good tackle in over the top. Deloise, Hoyter. Lucas decides to go on a run. Almost gets away from Hall. Hall just made the tackle. Out they go out the back now. They're running it on the last. The kick will come through into the goal area. Will it sit up? No, it goes end on end and dead in goal. So good set of 6 there from the Devils. Some good strong runs, in particular the run from the centre in David Famita. But the kick came and it wouldn't sit up for them. Now it's a 7 tackle set here for the Blackhawks, as they're doing a good job getting out of their own half. There's Pangai, the loose carry, no, penalty. Penalty comes, first one of the afternoon. Too much attention in there on Moses Pangai. So that'll be Matt Bowen who will kick for touch here. So good attacking opportunity here for the home side. Plenty of great attacking players too that they've got in their side. There's a strong run. Good contact too on Reece Martin there by Jaden Beryl. Todd Murphy in there as well. Fights hard in the tackle. There's Jensen. Good tackle there from Murphy at marker. 2 in a row there for the Devils halfback. Mitchell, Foster, inside to Santi. Sandy's brought down, just 15 metres out. Options both sides here for the Blackhawks. Can they score first blood here? Bowen out the back, and now it's Hughes. Fresh from playing in the NRL last week for the Cowboys. He's brought down 10 metres short of the line. Mitchell, Bowen, Santi puts on a step, goes back to the inside, just hanging on there, Frank Molo, before the cavalry comes over the top of Deckers to make the tackle. Now Mitchell, flat pass, and they're just going to be held up just short of the line, and that was the last tackle. Good last-ditch defending there by the Norths Devils. Brent Tate on the sideline. You would have expected more often than not the Blackhawks to have scored there.
Yeah, very great, very good set by the Norths Devils. For them to be competitive in this game today, they will need to get their kicking game in order. That last kick, obviously, giving the Blackhawks a 7 set. But look, great defence by the Norths Devils and a great start by them defensively.
Certainly has been, as they pop a pass out the back that has been knocked on by Kafoto. He's saying that he always had control of it, but it was a near thing pushing to pass the Devils. So we have a look at the replay. Molo just getting the arm free, and it touched the arm of Kafoto and hit the ground. So it'll be a Devils feed here.
Stay tight there until I call out.
Murphy it is, it'll feed the scrum. Good to see Frank Molo there looking to pop his head through the line and try to come up with an offload. Got to throw things like that at the Blackhawks. Here he is, first touch of the football this afternoon for one of the cult figures in the Intrust Super Cup in Rogan Gunsdean. And he's earned his side a penalty. Gunsdean. Scott Sattler gave him the nickname, and it has stuck. Murphy will find the line. Here's a good opportunity here. One more time here for Norths. Good start for them. Love Henry with a strong charge inside the Blackhawks 20. Britton. Yorston with a short ball there to Molo. Molo 9 metres away. Fighting hard in the tackle is Frank Molo. Now Billy Britton goes on a bit of a skirt. Out the back to Murphy. Murphy turns one on the inside. And that was well read there by the Blackhawks defenders, staying alive on the inside. Good tackle on Farmida. He's a short ball, edging his way towards the line. Pendekas, can he get there? No, he's just short. Options both sides. A metre away, the Devils. Good start from them. Yorston, out the back it goes. Mackin, long pass, Pollock. And he's brought down. 5 metres out, the Devils. Still a couple of tackles left in this set. Yorston, Murphy puts a grubber kick through, but it's well read at the back there by Jerome Hughes, who threw a pass, and it was almost going to be an intercept there for Farmida, who couldn't handle it.
Stay 31, stay 10.
That would have been a catastrophic mistake there for the Blackhawks. Have a look at this one more time. He went it well. Farmida, Jerome Hughes, very casual. Brent Tate, that was a near thing there for the Devils.
Oh, that could have been catastrophic, all right. He played so great last week in his NRL debut. Jerome Hughes showed he's definitely capable of NRL experience, but certainly dodged a bullet there with that one.
One of the things, too, with this Townsville Blackhawks side, they've got over 500 games of NRL experience, and that man with the ball in hand about to play at Glen Hall makes up nearly 200 of those. Now, oh, nice little tip on, and they've got the numbers out here. It's with Hezron Murga, and Murga's just going to be brought down. Good defence on Murga there. That was Lucas made the tackle. They're on the back foot here, Norths. Last play, Bowen with a kick. It's high in the air. Gunsdean's underneath it. He tries to bat it dead. It's been on the ground, and it'll be there for a Blackhawks try. They're going to have a look at it, but Jonathan Rubin looks as if he's open to scoring this afternoon.
Tackle 6.
Job's not done, mate.
Oh, okay, tackle. We have a try. Can you just confirm here with the catch, mate, that there's no double knock on?
So our video referee, Clayton Sharp, this afternoon, having a look to see if there wasn't a knock on here from Jonathan Rubin on the far side of the field. It was Rubin and Gunsdean underneath the kick there from Matt Bowen. Good play from the Blackhawks. All the players are on side. So Dean's underneath it. Coming through is Rubin. Now, where are the hands here? Oh, this one will show it. This one will show it. Has Rubin got a touch? Or is it all Gunsdean? Well, you'd have to say from that angle that it's all the Norths play. Now, what happens here is we're going to have another look at the take. It looks like it's all from Gunsdean there. Now, what's happened here with Jonathan Rubin? Is he taking it cleanly? Or is it he dropped it onto the back there of Todd Murphy? That may be an issue as well. We'll have a look at the grounding here now. This one should give us a definitive answer. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, then has he got it down? We'll have a look at it now. He's
got a decision, Dave. Dave will confirm the on-field decision of try. Okay, thank you. Time back on.
Try awarded. Jonathan Rubin is the try scorer for the Townsville Blackhawks. They lead by 4 points to 0. Got the ball down eventually. 4-0. Attempt to conversion waved away. 4 points to nil. Brent Tate, good start here now for the Blackhawks. They've weathered the early storm from the North Devils.
Yeah, they have. And you talk about the experience of Matthew Boeing. I'm just watching him walk back here, giving all the players direction. A guy that of his experience, and obviously that two-pass kick there brought the defence forward, and a pinpoint accurate kick for Ruben to score that try. But it's just great to see Matthew Boeing back here playing rugby league and passing on that wealth of knowledge that he does have.
Here's a big, deep kick-off. It's too deep. A penalty on the halfway line. Michael Lucas getting too much of that one. And this is not what you need if you're a North Devil against the Townsville Blackhawks. Mistakes like that.
What are you doing, mate?
Penalty on the halfway line.
Kick it out.
Taking the kick for touch will be Foster. And now they're going to go right on the attack again. Opening the scoring this afternoon, the Blackhawks. After North's had a number of opportunities themselves, now the Blackhawks have got a chance to go back-to-back. There's Reece Martin. They come in numbers there and put Martin down eventually. Look like they're in a mood now, the Blackhawks. There's Jensen. They're only 12 metres away. Foster, Bowen, he's got plenty of options. Out the back they go. Hoyter. Good defence though. They got a chance to push him out over the sideline here. He's still moving. And oh. Well, he threw it back. What are they going to rule here?
After your held call. Yeah, no, we're here. Tackle 3.
Very fortunate here, the Blackhawks through Deloise Hoyter saying passed after calling held.
Ruling, mate. Yes, we did.
He was falling into touch. Michael Lucas didn't like the call, but it is play on here now for the Blackhawks. There's Kofoto. Right in centre field, 10 metres out. Mitchell, cut-out pass. Foster out the back. Hughes. Then he finds the other centre here in Big Moses Pangai. And that's good defence there on Pangai. Pondekas in there making the tackle. Bowen, grab a kick into the goal area. Hits the post. It's a bit of trying to Sandy. Will it? Yes! He got it down. And referee David Munro points to the spot. That's the second try of the afternoon to the Townsville Blackhawks. 8 points to nil. Great little kick there. Brent Tate mentioned it before about the kicking game, the importance of it. Well, 2 good kicks inside the Devils' red zone for the Blackhawks, and it has resulted in back-to-back tries. This one from Bowen. Yes, it had a bit of luck hitting the upright, but they had players following it through, and Sandy coming through to score the try. Good play there. You mentioned his experience, Brent Tate. Matt Bowen, he's set up 2 tries already this afternoon.
Yeah, he has 2 tries off the boot. It's just amazing to see. He's still got it. He might have a little less hair, but he's certainly still sharp between the ears, Matty Bowen. I'm sure Mark Glidden, when he came here today, would have been talking to the North Devils about getting through their sets, completing, not giving away cheap possession. And as we saw a kick out in the full, you can't invite the Blackhawks to attack your line. If they do, then you'll make you pay every time, and they've done that twice now.
You can't make mistakes against the Townsville Blackhawks. There's Corey Jensen looking to convert the try. They lead by 8 points to nil, trying to make it 10-0 and makes no mistake from there. So back-to-back tries here for the Townsville Blackhawks. The first one to Jonathan Rubin, the second one to Brendan Sandy. And it was good work here from Matt Bowen. If it didn't hit the post, you can argue that, well, maybe Luke Pollock had it covered, but they were coming through in numbers, the Blackhawks. He would have been under a great deal of pressure there, the North's number 4. Brendan Sandy, the try scorer. Now there's confusion at the back, and it's going to be Santi that'll eventually bring it back into the field of play, and he does well to make it 10 metres out from the try line. So eventful couple of kickoffs so far this afternoon. There's Glenn Hall. He liked it, Brent Tate, when I reminded him he's still the oldest player on the field, despite Matt Bowen coming into the Blackhawks side.
Yeah, he didn't appreciate that, did he, being the oldest one, probably out in the field. But he's still certainly a very good player, leading the way with his second touch in the set of 6. And speaking to Christian Wolf, he wanted that experience there this year, and Glenn Wolf certainly provides that for him.
Here goes Moses Pangai. He gets the arm free, but it's going to be cleaned up on the inside there by Todd Murphy. Well done, Murphy. North's got back there in numbers when it looked very dangerous for them. Moses Pangai with plenty of room to move. Such a strong player that he is. You can take part in our coverage of the Intrust Super Cup by the way of social media. There it is. That Intrust Super Cup is the Twitter handle and the various hashtags on the screen there, so you can get involved with our coverage, and also on Facebook as well. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Intrust Super Cup. Always appreciate the comments. It'll be on Twitter and Facebook. Murphy now with a kick. Grubbering kick, they'll end up having a high bounce at the back. Thought about the long ball, but then did, and now almost getting through is Jerome Hughes. Before eventually he'll play it. Everywhere you look, just dangerous players here for the Black Hawks. There's the try scorer in Reuben. Open the scoring this afternoon. Deloise Hoyter, they do it so well with these big centres coming in and doing some work in the middle. Now Bowen kicks for a corner. You probably want this to stay in the field of play. What about this? Took a U-turn and will. Oh, that is a great kick, Matt Bowen. And they're going to trap the Devils in goal. Repeat set of 6 coming up here for the Townsville Blackhawks. Well, there it is again, Brent Tate. What about that kick from Matty Bowen?
Oh, how good is he going? He should be playing NRL again, but you mentioned it, Solly, just the outside backs of the Townsville Blackhawks and their physicality. They're all big men, and when they get into dummy half, they're rolling through this North pack through the middle. So, the Devils are really going to have to tighten up that middle of the ruck and stop the flow of the Townsville Blackhawks back 5, making yards.
I'll tell you what, Tony, after playing in the English Super League, Matt Bowen will like coming back to conventional size in goal areas too with his kicking game.
Yeah, and the heat, I think. Oh,
what about that? That is the ultimate in errors, with the dropout going out on the full. They're capitulating here, the North Devils, trailing by 10-0. And you'd expect the Blackhawks will just pile on the pressure here. They can smell blood the home side. Taking the tap, and now Jensen going towards the line. Strong charge from Jensen. He's only a metre short. Britton with the tackle. Now it's Matty Bowen, short ball. Well read, the defence there again. That time it was on Martin. Get up and play it. Santi looking for try number 2. Good tackle there from Britton. He was the man in underneath. Now out the back they go. The dummy from Foster, but Molo stayed awake on the inside, importantly. Quick play the ball, he'll go himself, and he'll score Anthony Mitchell. Third try of the afternoon for the Townsville Blackhawks. They are on fire. 18 minutes gone. They lead by 14 points to 0. Anthony Mitchell, they didn't get there in numbers around the play the ball, the North Devils. And Anthony Mitchell making them pay. Such an experienced campaigner, not only in the Intrust Super Cup, but the NRL as well. Anthony Mitchell with the Townsville Blackhawks, third try of the afternoon. They lead by 14 points to 0. That's with a kick to come.
Third try score of the afternoon goes to our very own number 9, Anthony Mitchell, sponsored by Mendy Construction.
Anthony Mitchell, the try scorer for the Townsville Blackhawks. Capitalising on yet another error from the North Devils. Now it's Corey Jensen to attempt to convert the try. Makes no mistake. He has 2 from 3 for the afternoon. 16 points to 0. We're halfway through the first half, Brent Tate.
Yes, well, a huge couple of weeks for Anthony Mitchell. He became a father for the first time last week and had his brother's wedding yesterday. So a try here today. So it's been a massive weekend for him. But we go back to that point, you know, with the Devils, they can't be giving away a team that's got so much NRL experience, cheap possession like that with a dropout out on the full. So they'll need to fix that up, Salty.
3 mistakes from them, and it's led to tries on all of those occasions. This one player's had a great start to the game in Sandy. Scored a try, almost grabbed another. Glenn Hall. Oh, manages to pop a pass. Mitchell was waiting for it. He had options both sides. Still going is Anthony Mitchell. 10 metres short of the halfway line. In a real mood here, the Blackhawks. There's Matty Bowen going on a run. Into Devils territory. Martin. Dummy to Jensen. Keeps going, does Martin. Makes a few extra metres after contact there from Molo. They're only 30 away all of a sudden. There's Kafoto. And he's tackled 22 metres away. They duck down the short side. Jerome Hughes, they hang off Hughes. He slips out of one tackle, slips out of another. Passes on the inside. It's still the last tackle. Another ball out the back. Still alive here. Oh, just knocked on from Santi. They had numbers out to the left as well. North survive on that occasion, but only just. Beryl now. He's wrapped up there from Glenn Hall.
Slow.
There's Martin in there as well. Now Michael Lucas. Marker not square. Glenn Hall being penalised there, a much needed penalty, piggyback penalty for the Devils to get into Blackhawks territory for the first time in a little while.
I'll come through, mate.
Todd Murphy to kick for touch. Finds it just 5 short of the halfway line. Our matchday sponsors this afternoon for the Townsville Blackhawks. Never miss a minute of the Blackhawks action with a digital subscription to the Townsville Bulletin. Head to townsvillebulletin.com.au to sign up. And Tackle Your Trade provides job opportunities and mentoring for youth in sport. Visit tackleyourtrade.com.au. They are the matchday sponsors for the North Devils. The Devils side are only 20 metres away from the Blackhawks line. Right in centre field. Dylan Smith is out on the field now. Dummy on the inside, throw it back, Mackin. And now did that hit a hand of a Blackhawks player? No, still the last play it is. Tackle count not restarted. Murphy puts a grubber kick through. They're flying through to try to get there, but it was well handled here by Foster. And they survive on that occasion. So Brent Tate, you mentioned there about the kicking game. That time it was well handled there from Foster. They just need to try to build some pressure by getting repeat sets of 6, although Jerome Hughes in the back play. Now it's Hezron Merger. We'll get down to you very shortly, Tatey. Merger, he's brought down. They've got the Devils on the back foot here. And that should be a penalty, but play on, says the referee. None of the North players were back to 10 metres. Now Bowen, he loves it when the defensive side are on the back foot. They're only 15 away, the Blackhawks. They lead by 16, looking to stretch that lead. Out the back they go. The grubber kick. Probably not the right play there from Foster as it's cleaned up at the back there from the North Devils. There's a difference, Tatey. Norths have had a couple of opportunities and have been able to build pressure so far this afternoon.
Yeah, they haven't been able to build pressure with the repeat sets, and there's some real worrying signs out there. Some guys with hands on hips. It's very hot down here today too, and probably a bit hotter than the Devils are used to, so that's going to play a factor at the back end of this half.
Gunstein just running sideways, and easy pickings there for the Blackhawks defence. Good contact there. Deloise, Hoyter and Anthony Mitchell. That was on Luke Pollock. Now an attempt at 40-20. He tried to get the angle, couldn't. And we'll go deep into the corner, but the chasers for North are a mile away. And Ruben, he had plenty of time before he's tackled 20 metres out from his own line. They need a break here, the Devils. not coming because the Blackhawks are absolutely on fire at the moment. Here's Jerome Hughes. He's got spiders on him this afternoon, just slipping out of every tackle. As we see Lorenzo Mafu just limping in back play. So he just come onto the field as well. Sandy, good tackle. Good copybook tackle there from Harry Ponticus. Now the kick will come from Hughes. Mackin gets a good bounce, but look at the chase here from the Blackhawks. In on numbers, and now the Devils. Brent Tate, this is the start. This is where you don't want to start a set of 6. Right deep in that corner.
No, and that's what the great thing about the Blackhawks performance is. They're just a very well drilled team. They get through their sets, kick long, put a lot of pressure on you, and this is where their defensive line really starts to amp up and put a lot of pressure on the Devils.
Looking to spread it, to try to make some room, and almost getting through. There was the 13 and Jaden Beryl. Strong ball runner is Beryl. Trying to get some sort of a roll on here, North. Yeah, that penalty, second effort. That was on Love Henry. So a much needed penalty here for the Devils. Who you've got to say, Brent Tate, in the last 5 or 6 minutes have started to show something here again, North, now that they've got a bit of possession again.
Devils, they looked in trouble bringing it out of their own goal line, but a great set and a great run by Love Henry, and fought hard and earned his team a penalty. So it'd be great to see him put together a good set here and hopefully get some points.
If they don't get points, it's at least a repeat set of 6. They're only 16-0 down. There's Love Henry, strong run from him. Britton lets Dylan Smith go to decoy. There's Rez Phillips, former South Logan Magpies player. Great personality is Rez Phillips. Now Murphy turns one on the inside. He's Dylan Smith. Back yourself, Dylan. He stopped and prompted when he got the ball, and he still almost gets to the line. The man with his own postcode, Dylan Smith, gets up, plays the ball. They're only a metre away here, Norths. Can they open the scoring? Mackin stepping. He's got options on the inside, and eventually they're going to score the try here through Billy Britton, is it? Has he got the ball down? We'll have a look.
Yep. Sharpie. Tackle 4. We have try. Can you see when he first goes to the ground, does he get it down, please?
So we'll have a look at the grounding. It looked as if straight away that he might have got it down. He was confident. We'll have a look at it. And has he got it down on an arm? Did it get down first and then lift up?
Dave, this is the video referee. Confirm the on-field decision of try.
Time back on.
Try to Billy Britton. It is currently 16-4, the Blackhawks over the Devils. Billy Britton, the try scorer for the North Devils, played last season with the Sunshine Coast Falcons, part of the Melbourne Storm setup for some time. Billy Britton. And it's going to be Todd Murphy to attempt to add the extras for the Devils. And well done, the Norths. After it looked like the Blackhawks were really going to put them to the sword, they've come back well in the last 7 or 8 minutes. Finally capitalised on that possession that they had to score the try. So now, Brent Tate, after all of that, the Devils find themselves back within 10.
Yeah, a much needed try. They're very impressed with the young half, Todd Murphy. Summed that situation up beautifully. They did move up on the inside and off his right foot created a try. And Billy Britton up through the middle gets his team a well-earned 6 points, and very much needed at the back end of this half.
Most certainly. Off the back of some good work there from good ball movement from those on the inside. And good impact too from the bench with Rez Phillips with a couple of good runs already. As Matt Bowen, this ball, oh, I thought it was almost going to get away there from Mackin. There's Rez Phillips. Strong man is Rez Phillips. Good to see him getting another opportunity in the Intrust Super Cup with the North Devils. There's Dylan Smith. Took 4 of them to wrap him up. They're playing with a bit of confidence here, the Devils. That was Love Henry again. Strong charge. Now Pollock. Short ball. Oh, it's been put down. Good to see them, though, chancing their arms there, the Devils. That's the final pass eluding them on that occasion to Michael Lucas. But they've looked strong. In fact, Tony, that play happened just down in front of you. They've looked strong, haven't they, through the likes of Pollock and Love Henry in the last little bit?
Yeah, they have. Love Henry's creating all sorts of havoc down this right edge for the Townsville Blackhawks. He created that little gap there for Billy Britton to get out and put the winger away, and unfortunately wasn't able to hand it, but a genuine opportunity there for the Devils.
Munro will play it. He's on the field. Now it's with Bowen. Throws a cutout pass. Tries to isolate Guns Dean as Reuben, but he does well, Dean, and then he's going to be put into touch, is Reuben. After the cavalry came, there's good defence there from the North Devils. It was a one-on-one opportunity. Jonathan Reuben, very dangerous player, but Guns Dean did well then. And then the cavalry came to help put the Blackhawks winger into touch. Good help there from David Farmida. And Todd Murphy coming in. Despite the efforts of Matty Bowen to help his winger out. Still couldn't help one of the try scorers from this afternoon, Jonathan Reuben, from staying in the field of play.
Lock it in. Billy, get your head in, mate. Right, feed.
8 minutes left in the first half. Guns Dean with a carry. He's wrapped up there by Imola. Norse running it out of their own half. Here's Love Henry again. Another good strong run from him. Gets up, plays the ball. Now, Pollock, Lucas. Lucas is away. Kicks back on the inside. Coming through is Yorston. Lucas is there as well, but it's just going to keep rolling. But they're looking dangerous down on this near side. The left edge in attack, the North Devils. Lucas with the kick. And in the end, it was him that almost got to the ball. Jerome Hughes was backing up there as well for the Blackhawks. Well, there's pretty sloppy stuff there from the Blackhawks. That was Lorenzo Mafu. You're just too keen to play the ball there. Wasn't on his feet. And referee David Munro says no penalty. It'll be a scrum feed here for the North Devils. Can North go back to back?
Hold there, 12.
They were trailing by 16 points to 0.
Wait, go.
Right, mate, coming in.
Now Murphy finds Farmida, who poked his head through the line. 30 metres away. On tackle 1. Phillips. Strong charge from Rez Phillips. 3 of them in there to make the tackle. Out the back they go here, Norths. Now it's with Love Henry. He's only 10 metres away from the line. Britton dummying. Oh, good strong contact on Billy Britton from Andrew Niemola. Now Yorston, cut out pass, and Pollock just couldn't handle it. And the Blackhawks will come away with possession. Well, they're asking a few questions, Brent Tate, the Devils.
Yeah, they are asking a few questions, and again, Love Henry's creating, again, all sorts of trouble down this right-hand side defence. I'd love to see the Devils get over again and just give them a full of confidence going into second half. And as you said, Salty, they are showing some signs of promise.
Yeah, especially too on this near side with Pollock, Love Henry and Lucas, causing the Blackhawks a few headaches. Eventually they'll play the ball. There's Munro. Strong run from Munro. Just short of the halfway line. Bowen now with a kick from the halfway line. Wants it to sit up. And it thought about staying in the field and play before just rolling end on end. And it will be a 20-metre restart here for the North Devils.
Go.
They've done very well to get themselves back into the contest. Norths now through Lucas. Yorston with a nice ball on the inside there to Love Henry. And, well, the old saying, better late than never. Welcome to our coverage, Scott Sattler.
Thank you very much, Peter Vasaltis.
How was the tarmac at Brisbane Airport?
Yeah, 3 hours sitting on the tarmac. It was great. But it's great to turn up here, not only see the great weather. Southeast Queensland had some really bad weather.
Hey!
So you come here and tempers are already... We're having a nice afternoon. Now you've shown up, but look at them. They're into each other.
Friendly for a dangerous to Townsville.
You brought the aggression with you. But thanks for joining us. It is good, isn't it? Great afternoon here in Townsville.
And the crowd, the locals, you know, they've got the Quinella this weekend, haven't they? The victory last night for the Cowboys up against the Knights, and to be able to turn out and support the local team here as well as Ruben put in what many would class as a dangerous position. He started off strong, the Blackhawks, in this early part of the game, Salty.
Yeah, most definitely. Sats said, for those of you just joining us, as I bring Scott Sattler and everyone else up to speed, Jonathan Rubin opened the scoring this afternoon, and then they went back-to-back through Anthony Mitchell and Brendan Santee.
Report for that, okay, mate?
Before, as we see,
on.
Harry Pondiger's put on report here for the North Devils. Before Billy Britton scored a try not all that long ago for the North Devils to get them back into the contest. Ten metres short of the halfway line, the Blackhawks. There's Martin. They're into North's territory. This is where they've been dangerous. They start to get a bit of a roll on. Niemoller there, the 15. Foster. Bowen. He set up 2 tries this afternoon, and that is going to be a high shot there on Munro.
Shoulder charge.
Or shoulder charge. Rez Phillips.
Seems like a tough call on Rez Phillips then. Good inside defence from Rez Phillips. A lot of the time the defenders are looking for the ball to go onto the outside. And a lot of the time when the attacker plays on the inside with the runner, they're looking for lazy defenders. Matty Bowen. Rez Phillips, what they class as his elbow clutched into his side as a shoulder charge.
Photo, strong run, 10 metres out here. The Blackhawks, can they score just before half-time? Bowen lets a runner go. Was there an obstruction there? And they're not even going to wait for the try to be scored. That was a clear obstruction there. Matt Bowen just over running the play. And referee David Munro ruling a penalty to Norths.
It's great that David Munro didn't have to go to the video referee, Salty, made the decision himself. We're actually, Nick Pelgrave, who was meant to be the pocket referee today, was actually at the airport with us this morning. He said he's still putting his invoice in. So,
Well, key one here for North is that Jai Arrow was meant to be in their lineup as well.
Jai Arrow was sitting next to me at the airport as well, and got a phone call from the Broncos basically to say they got home from the Warriors from New Zealand yesterday as 18th man, and was told, listen, just don't worry about it, go home and relax.
It's an 80-minute player too, Jai Arrow. I've got Dylan Smith in the lineup. They leave him out on that occasion. Going through is Yorston. Oh, he's a strong or deceptive runner is Yorston. Plays well above his weight as well. Murphy, short ball. Rez Phillips tries to pop a pass, does so, and it's going to be cleaned up here by Foster. And now it's the Blackhawks on the attack through Pangai.
That's a shame there, because that was a really good run there from Rez Phillips, and it was the right play, the offload to the outside. He just needed his outside men pushing up. They shouldn't have expected Todd Murphy to deliver and then wrap around in support.
2 minutes left in the first half. 10 points the margin. The Devils, they've really got to hang on in this last little period of the first half. Good strong run there by Niemola. Bowen puts up a high kick. Mackin's there at the back. Oh, he did well in the end. And gets up and tries to get away from Deloise Hoyter, who just hung onto his jersey. There's Lucas.
It's even more important, that take from Mackin, as we see the replay here. What's even more important about that take, not only that it's under pressure and it's a swirling kick, is that it's 2 minutes before half-time. A turnover there gives a set to the Townsville Blackhawks. We know how much tries before half-time hurt.
Good contact there on Rez Phillips. That was from Lono Kofoto. He felt that one. Oh, knock on here from Mackin. Did well at the start of the set of 6. And at the end of it,
but we still enter that period, don't we? It's probably going to get, they're probably going to get 4 tackles here, the Blackhawks. It's a pass that should have been taken by Mackin.
Positions. Let's go, boys.
They'd be disappointed with that.
Start forming. Can we stand up? Let's go, North. We're going straight away.
We see all 6 players from the back line out on this right-hand side. No one on the short side at all for the Blackhawks.
Let's go, Anthony.
You'll see a play that South Sydney have used successfully over the last 2 years. A lot of bodies in motion, a lot of lead runners putting the defence under 2 minds.
Heads in. Townsville, second row. Time on.
Scrum will be fed. Foster to Bowen, who throws a dummy in the end, tries to go himself. It's not fallen for there, though, by Phillips. Farmida in there as well. Foster. 12 metres into North's territory. Chance for maybe one more play here, the Blackhawks. Mitchell inside, Pangai gets away from one, can't get away from the other. And they come in numbers here, the Devils on Moses Pangai. Last play of the half coming up. No, that will be the last play of the half because he lost control of the football there, did Moses Pangai. The North Devils, Sats have done very well. I know he missed a fair bit of that half, but the Blackhawks look like they're really going to get on a roll at 16-0, but they go into the halftime break here at 16-6.
Well, it's hard when you play classy sides, and the Blackhawks have been very dominant this year, haven't they? And when you let a team get to a 16-0 lead very early on the game, a lot of times it can break your spirit. And fortunately enough for the North Devils, what Mark Glidden and his squad have been able to do is really take stock of that first 20 minutes of that game and finish the half very, very strongly.
Well, at half-time, it is the Townsville Blackhawks leading the way over the North Devils by 16 points to 6. We'll have a look at some of the highlights from the first 40 minutes. Coming up in just a moment, this is Intrust Super Cup action live from Townsville.